My name is Kushal. For this course, I will be an instructor. Ways to end procrastination. 11 ways to end procrastination in your life. When you procrastinate, you waste time that you could be investing into something meaningful. If you overcome this fierce enemy, you will be able to accomplish more, and in doing so, better utilize potential life offers. 1. Recognize that you are procrastinating. 2. Work on why you are procrastinating. 3. Personal vision. 4. To do today. 5. Habit list. 6. Forgive yourself for procrastinating in the past. 7. Make sure the work really needs to be done. 8. Break down the tasks. 9. Commit to it. 10. Do one small thing. 11. Add a new urgency. Recognize that you are procrastinating. You might be putting off a task because you've had to reprioritize your workload. If you're briefly delaying an important task for a genuinely good reason, then you aren't necessarily procrastinating. However, if you start to put things off indefinitely or switching focus because you want to avoid doing something, then probably are. You may also be able to you may also be procrastinating if you fill your day with low priority tasks. Leave an item on your to-do list for a long time, even though it's important. Read emails several times over without making a decision on what to do with them. Start a high priority task and then go off to make a coffee. Fill your time with unimportant tasks that other people ask you to do instead of getting on with the important tasks already on your list. Wait to be in the right mood or wait for the long time to tackle tasks. Work on why you are procrastinating. For instance, are you avoiding a particular task because you are finding it boring or unpleasant? If so, take steps to get it out of the way quickly so that you can focus on the aspects of your job that you find more enjoyable. Poor organization can lead to procrastination. Organized people successfully overcome it because they are prioritized to-do lists and create effective schedules. These tools help you to organize your tasks by priority and deadline. Even if you are organized, you can still feel overwhelmed by a task. Perhaps you have the doubts about your ability and are worried about failing, so you put it off and seek comfort in doing work that you know that you're capable of completing. Some people fear success as much as a failure. They think that success will lead them being swamped with the requests to take on more tasks. Surprisingly, perfectionists are often procrastinators. Often they'd rather avoid doing a task that they don't feel they have the skills to do and do it imperfectly. Personal vision. Personal vision is one of the core tools. It helps you understand your skills and priorities, and by creating one, you will never feel lost in what is that you want to do with your life. A personal vision has well helps you focus your effort on the right activities and set priorities to avoid continually switching between actions. Understand what motivates you and you will be able to maintain your discipline and make the most out of each day. To do today. Long to-do lists tend to pile on, and this leads to procrastination. Seeing the long list of tasks can frustrate us so much that we have tendencies to give up on them completely. The to-do today method is there to help you get the most important and urgent tasks done every day, while also helping you prioritize the work on your schedule and limit new tasks. With this itself, you would be able to manage much more in a day with less stress and tiredness. Habitless. Learning new habits is one of the basic elements of personal development. If we make a habit of doing something, its implementation requires less mental energy to do it. Learning new habits is, therefore, very important. But there are several myths about what is working and what is not in learning new habits. The habit list is based on scientific research about proper planning, learning habits, and its tracking, which then motivates us even further. Forgive yourself for the procrastinating in the past. Studies show that self-forgiveness can help you to feel more positive about yourself and reduce the likelihood of procrastinating in the future. Make sure the work really needs to be done. Make sure the work really needs to be done. If you're procrastinating because you're overwhelmed or hate your work, first ask if task really needs to be done at all. Where can you streamline or delegate often by removing some of the unnecessary components? The path forward becomes clearer, Mandy says. Break down the task. Break down the task. When you know exactly what you need to do to move forward, you remove uncertainty which can foster procrastination and give you a clear series of steps to follow. Bandy says the process of mapping out what needs to be done, preferably with deadlines attached to each step, can also help you see that it's not as bad as you made it out to be in your head. Commit to it. Important to truly commit to the thing you're doing and get in touch with why you're doing it. For example, if you're trying to improve your health and exercise is the part of a plan. He says it's important to truly commit to taking action. People who wrote down or said even they would start specifically what they would do for a short period of time, even if, and this is a mental rehearsal of defaults and distractions. Those programs were significantly more effective than other programs for introducing exercise, brushing teeth, eating more vegetables, he says. Do one small thing. Forcing yourself to take action often helps dissolve procrastination, Pandy says. Even if it's just looking up some research or organizing the project, the action puts you on course to getting it done. It's like working out, getting started can be the hardest part, she says. Add a new urgency, set a deadline for the first draft, and tell yourself it doesn't have to be perfect. For more immediate tasks, we suggest setting a timer and working on the project for 15 or 30 minutes to help you get started. You can also gamify your progress, giving yourself a reward or incentive to wish each segment. If procrastination is a problem, understanding your distinct type can help you reset more efficiently using these solutions and others to overcome it. Checklist. Promise yourself a reward if you complete a difficult task on time. Reward yourself with a treat, such as a slice of cake or a coffee from your favorite coffee shop, and make sure you notice how good it feels to finish things. Ask someone to check up on you. Peer pressure works. This is the principle behind self help groups. If you don't have anyone to ask, an online tool such as Procrastinator can help you to self monitor. Act as you go. Tackle tasks as soon as they arise rather than letting them build up over another day. Rephrase your internal dialogue. The phrases need to and have to. For example, imply that you have no choice in what to do. This can make you feel disempowered and might even think in self sabotage. However, saying I choose to implies that your own project and can make you feel more in control of your workload. Minimize distractions. Turn off your email and social media and avoid sitting anywhere near a television while you work. Aim to eat an elephant beetle. First thing every day, get those tasks that you find least pleasant out of the way early. This will give you the rest of the day to concentrate on work that you find more enjoyable. Bonus! Awesome! Personal development. Personal development equals to motivation, discipline, outcomes, objectivity. Motivation, the future. Motivation, personal vision, attracts the present. Motivation. We were all born, and unfortunately, at some point, we will die too. The time we spend on earth is both limited and finite. In light of these facts, time is the most valuable commodity you have in life. Just like I said, it's not money. Unlike time, you can borrow it, save, or earn more. You can't do that with time. Every single second you waste is gone forever. In a commencement speech given to students at Stanford University, Steve Jobs eloquently expressed the finality of life. Remembering that I'll be dead soon is the most important tool I've ever encountered to help me make the big choices in life. Because almost everything, all external expectations, all pride, all fear of embarrassment or failure, these things just fall away in the face of death, leaving only what is truly important. Remembering that you are going to die is the best way I know to avoid the trap of thinking you have to you have something else to lose. Mere realization that life is finite leads to begin managing their time more carefully. It makes you start thinking about you would ideally spend your time on earth. It makes you start looking for a personal vision. This point, this point is very important. Very, very important. That is why I circled it. Your vision, once established, will become the most effective motivation imaginable and will put you forward in life like a strong magnet. It will help you do things you see as being truly meaningful today and at the same time draw you towards your ideal future. Discipline. Future. Discipline. The present attracts to the future if you are disciplined. Discipline. There are two sides to every discipline: productivity and effectiveness. There are only 24 hours in a day, no more, no less. Subtract the time you spend sleeping, and what you have left is potential productive time. Productivity is an expression of how what percent of your waking time you spend doing meaningful things, being the activities that contribute to fulfilling your personal vision. Regular rest time management and positive habits can significantly boost your productivity. Effectiveness determines whether the things you spend your time doing are key activities or not. Those being if they move you forward as quickly as possible in life. Being able to determine priorities, split up tasks, and delegate responsibilities is crucial for improving personal effectiveness. Imagine your vision as a path. Productivity is an expression of how long you spend traveling on this path per day. Effectiveness determines whether you are taking the biggest steps you can. Discipline is therefore an overall availability to take specific actions that lead to the fulfillment of your personal vision. Outcomes. The future. Outcomes. Emotional material. The present takes emotional material as outcomes and then takes you to the future. Outcomes. As the old Japanese proverb goes, vision without action is a daydream. Action without vision is a nightmare. This saying addresses two major problems people have in life. Many people have ideas about what they would like to do, yet don't act on them. On the other hand, there are those who do things, yet see no purpose in their attractions. Ideally, you need both vision and action. When you successfully combine the two, you will get the emotional and material outcome. Emotional outcomes are related to the flooding of your brain with dopamine, a neurotransmitter that, when released, makes you happy. Material outcomes are the concrete results of your action, the fruit of your labor. Objectivity, the present. The present objectivity is the mirror image of present, which leads you to the future. Objectivity. The last important piece of our personal development system is improving objectivity. Alexander Breivik, who shot 69 people to death on the Norwegian island of Utøya, was most likely very highly motivated, disciplined. His actions even resulted in emotional and material outcomes. This extreme case, however, demonstrates the lengths it can go to when someone does not have their objectivity under control. The availability to increase your objectivity is an important tool you can use to counter your institution, and when it fails you, by reducing your bias, you will be able to see how things work in reality and more clearly in order you will increase your objectivity. You need to get feedback on your behavior, ideas, and actions. As a brain often have the tendency to believe things that are not true in reality, you need to content, consultancy search out areas in your thinking that lack objectivity. As Nobel Lord Bertrand Russell, one of the most important mathematicians and philosophers of the 20th century, once stated, the fundamental cause of the trouble is that in modern world the stupid are cocksure, while the intelligent are full of doubt. Thank you. This is the end of the course. And thank you again.